Imagine the chance to be part of a $1 million gift. Well, with your donation today, you can help make that a reality. Hi, I'm Nikki Morville with the Newton Medical Center Foundation. I'm here at Newton to show you how the Foundation's capital campaign projects have helped the community and the hospital in the past and will continue to do so in the future. As part of a substantial commitment from Atlantic Health Systems in our facility upgrades and health initiatives here at Newton Medical Center, the Newton Medical Center Foundation has kicked off their capital campaign for 2012. Once we reach our goal for $3 million, a very generous donor has committed a pledge of $1 million in addition to what we have raised. There are many exciting things happening here at Newton Medical Center, and with your help, we can make that $1 million challenge gift a reality.
The capital campaign is basically started from the merger. When Atlantic Healthcare and Newton Memorial Hospital merged, they committed to this campus, and by committing to this campus, they were going to put between $17 and $20 million in the first year. As it's turned out, they've really stepped up and have put $40 million into our campus in a plan that's going to take about 2 years. The foundation, which has always been strong in supporting whatever the hospital does, has always tried to pledge about 10% of those gifts, and we had made a commitment of $3 million. At that point, we had a donor come up and say, if we can raise the $3 million, they will give us another $1 million. So there's where the $4 million came from. Again, a very generous donation to help us kick this off. What we're looking at right now is making it a community campaign. This has always been our community hospital. We want to keep it that way, and this community campaign has been broken down into many different areas that we're calling community captains.
Now, when the whole merger was taking place, and all the Newton Medical Center board got together and had to approve this, you guys were satisfied with everything that being on the Atlantic Health umbrella has brought to you?
The merger with Atlantic Health has been just magnificent for Newton Medical Center. It's given us the opportunity to do so many things that we haven't been able to do as a standalone independent hospital in the past. Many people felt that it was going to be a big conglomerate, but it hasn't been. Newton is still an independent part of that Atlantic Health system, and we're so happy to have the influx of their monies and dollars and technology that's coming from Atlantic, the doctors and the specialists and things that are now a big part of the Newton community and the community up here at the hospital. So we're very, very happy. The Atlantic merger has really been good for us. They've invested close to $40 million here, committed to $40 million to our campaign and to what's going on in the hospital. And if you haven't been to the hospital recently, come up here and take a look. It's a totally different look. So the medical center has really, it's changed from a hospital to a medical center now. It's really truly a medical center. All the money that's raised in the foundation is going to stay in the foundation. All the money that you raise here will stay here forever. And we're going to invest a tremendous amount in your facility because we think the future growth of Atlantic Health is going to be in the outside community and the outside hospitals. And they've just done an immaculate job of what they're doing. They're doing stuff that you just can't imagine. And I said to people, if you haven't been here, come on up, call us up, we'll give you a tour and show you what's going on here. We're all excited.
How important is it to have these services right in our own community?
Well, this community hospital right now has state-of-the-art capabilities. Between our education center, where you can have contact with people all over the world, between the finest and newest MRIs and CAT scans, and bottom line, it puts us on the cutting edge. You know, we're a part of an incredible health system right now, and that health system is here in Newton.
How tough is it in this economy to raise the kind of funds that you're looking to raise right now?
It's for you. And, as Dave Mattis always said to us, you don't want to know how good your hospital is when you're being wheeled in on a gurney into the ER. You want to know before that. So come up here and take a look and see how you can help us make this hospital the best hospital. We just got rated the #1 hospital in New Jersey for under 350 beds. And that was a great boon for us. It was done by one of the rating surveys. And we were great. We were very elated, #1 in a lot of the categories.
Okay, and all the money that is raised here stays here. Can you talk about that?
The greatest thing about the Newton Medical Foundation, we have the opportunity to take our own money, take the county's money, and let it go into this campus. A lot of people in the very beginning had the question about, okay, now you're a part of a system, the Atlantic Health System, why should we keep giving to our local Newton Hospital, Newton Medical Center? Well, bottom line, every single dollar we raise, every single dollar that we have pledged is put into this campus. It doesn't go out of this campus, it doesn't go out of our service area. So truly, whatever you get here stays here.
I think that everybody needs to come out here and see Newton Medical Center because we're so happy. We've got a lot of events coming up. We've got our Wine and Roses. We've got a whole bunch of events that are coming up that you can partake of and enjoy, and golf outing. We've got Festival of Lights in the fall, and there's a lot of good things that the hospital's doing. And please come up and join us. We're going to have a great year this year, and we're looking forward to seeing you all out there.
Our community throughout the years has been incredibly successful in giving us and helping us make our goals. I have to tell you that Sussex County is a special place. They've taken care of this hospital, and we're just hoping that they continue to support what is now probably the best and biggest opportunity we've ever had.
Okay. Now, if someone wants to donate, how do they go about it?
Bottom line, we started with the commercial end of the county. We broke it into industries. We have those industries making contacts to all the key businesses in the county. We have a very strong team in our foundation office, and if people are interested, we want to bring them up, give them tours, just let them see all the things that are happening here on campus. There's so much going on right now. In many campaigns, it's, if you can give, we can do this or that. In this particular campaign, they can come up and start to see the finished projects. That's how fast things are moving.
When health problems arose in the past, members of our community were forced to travel long distances for health care because the facility and the equipment simply did not exist in Newton. Well, thanks to the Newton Medical Center Foundation and many generous community donors, now the facility exists right in our backyard. A perfect example is the Charles L. Tice Heart Center.
As you can see here, we've created an excellent heart center here. The cardiac catheterization lab here is state of art. We're able to provide services for the community from diagnostic cardiac catheterization through diagnostic of peripheral arterial disease, as well as the treatment and stenting and intervention of peripheral arterial disease here.
I think it's tremendously important. We started this center trying to get, like I said, keeping the patients here. And right now, before us, they would have to travel 30, 45 minutes to get health care for the cardiac to our other hospital, which is down in Atlantic Health in Morristown. Today, they can stay here, they come here, they'll have the procedure, they can go home the same day, a lot of the times, unless, depending on what we find. We've also added peripheral vascular procedures here, so not only are we doing diagnostic cardiac now, we're also doing angioplasty, stents, thrombectomies, atherectomies on the arms, leg, kidney arteries, those kind of things here at Charles L. Tice Heart Center. For the patients in our community, would normally have to travel out of this area to get a lot of the health care that we're providing now for cardiac in the Charles L. Tice Center. So it keeps it here at home, makes it more convenient for folks. We're finding disease that we can treat them either medically with stenting, or we can treat them with surgical at our tertiary care center.
Treatment in terms of coronary and peripheral intervention has come a long way in the past 10 to 20 years, from diagnostic catheterization to angioplasty to stenting and atherectomy devices. We're able to perform a cardiac catheterization and intervene on a patient through various approaches, both through the groin approach and now a simple procedure. We're able to perform the catheterization through the patient's wrist. We can diagnose heart disease in less than an hour and treat heart disease with stent and angioplasty in an additional hour.
Oh, let me tell you, I've been doing this for many years. Actually, me and my staff here in Charles L. Tice Heart Center have over 50 years experience doing this, either here or elsewhere. But I've seen it in my years that I've been doing this since 1984. I have seen it go from being able to use big balloons only to open larger vessels in the heart, to now we can do tiny vessels, distal, where we can put a stent in that has a drug-eluting stent that gives off a medication to prevent the scar tissue from coming back and reclosing the artery. So it decreases the restenosis rate tremendously. Matter of fact, when I first started doing this, the restenosis rate from just a balloon was around 30-40% in 6 months. If someone had a procedure in 6 months, they would restenose 30-40% of the time. Today, with the drug-eluting stents, we're down to single digits. So just like between 0 and 10%. Bypass also. In the first years I was working in cardiac, people would be in the hospital for probably 7 to 10 days. Today, people are in for probably less than a week after a bypass surgery. And they're also doing the minimally invasive, so they're not fully open in the chest. With some arteries, they can go through a small opening in the chest. So the recovery time is just tremendously better. People are more apt to take on things. I think that besides the procedure areas like what we're dealing with right now, the medication therapy, I think, and that's making it people able to live longer. It's cutting down the risk factors some. I think like the drug-eluting stents I talked to you about earlier, they're better, so it cuts down the restenosis rate. So yes, it's making people live longer. The last capital campaign, it made this department, a reality where this was a non-existing department, non-existing building. They built the whole building here, a brand new, beautiful heart center, Charles L. Tice Heart Center. It has a pacemaker center, echocardiography. It has Holter monitoring. We do stress testing. We also have the new cardiac cath lab suite, which we're in right now.
Right now we have we've improved upon this catheterization lab since its advent. We've improved the equipment here to allow us to perform more interventions on patients. Initially started as a heart catheterization lab, and now we've expanded into the treatment of peripheral arterial disease as well. Continued use of resources and equipment as technology grows. We're able to keep up with that growth of technology and continue to provide state-of-the-art treatment for both heart and vascular disease here.
This new capital campaign will help enhance the whole hospital, not only the Charles L. Tice Heart Center, but naturally it's going to make more space for people, so there will be more room for people to come in and have their procedures done in comfortable spaces. Makes a lot of the testing, rearranging the areas so they're closer to us, that kind of thing. From the pictures from when they were a little hospital I see throughout the hospital to now they're much bigger. Now we're in with a huge healthcare system. We continue to grow. It'll expand all of the programs here for our patients in our community, make it possible for us to get more people in, and hopefully just continue to grow our program and the other programs in the hospital.
Merger has helped tremendously. We've had a good relationship with Morristown Medical Center for some time now, and it's been a seamless transition with the merger, coordinating care between the diagnosis of heart disease here in the catheterization lab and stenting and intervention, which we do at Morristown Medical Center.
I just like to say that this is a great system, Newton. There's a great staff here. We're really fortunate in this community to have a place like this to go to, and we're really fortunate to have Atlantic Health System backing us up with all the new things that we're doing here for Newton.
Imagine your chance to be part of $1 million gift. Your gift today makes it real. Hi, my name is George Morville. I am the Capital Campaign Chairman for the Newton Medical Center Foundation. Exciting things are going on at our Newton campus, and we need your help to make the $1 million challenge a reality. As part of a substantial commitment from Atlantic Health Systems in our facility upgrades and health initiatives at Newton Medical Center, the Newton Medical Center Foundation has begun a $3 million capital campaign for 2012. When we reach our $3 million goal through gifts and pledges, a very generous donor has pledged an additional $1 million to our campaign. The challenge? To meet our fundraising goal of $3 million in 12 months. And when we do, we all share in this $1 million gift. Every dollar raised in this capital campaign stays here on our Newton campus for our community. The first 3 stages are nearly complete. A state-of-the-art MRI suite will be in operation by mid-February. This new addition brings nearly $2 million in state-of-the-art technology to our doctors' fingertips, which benefits our community greatly. Along with the new MRI suite, 2 new cutting-edge digital CAT scanners are up and running and have been added to our ER and radiological departments, increasing both quality and efficiency. Our new conference and education center is open and offers our staff, doctors, and community a state-of-the-art conferencing and technology center. With teaching capabilities of broadcast education for our doctors, nurses, and staff that will allow participation in conferences all over the world. Imagine being able to participate with the greatest medical minds on a one-to-one basis all over the world. There's no need to imagine. It's real. In early fall of 2012, a newly designed and expanded physical and occupational therapy and wound care unit will be in operation, allowing for leading-edge treatment services and equipment. The wound care unit will offer innovative, comprehensive services and provide treatment for those suffering from chronic wounds and ailments. Looking ahead into 2013, we expect to have completed a new medical surgical unit with 22 brand new private rooms, single patient, complete with a family waiting area, staff lounge, and a private family consultation room, helping to make your stay as pleasant and as serene as possible. Newton Medical Center is moving forward with a bright and healthy future, providing patient-focused care, excellent doctors, nurses, and staff with the most innovative facilities for our friends, our family, and our community. Imagine, your community health care has emerged, and together, with your contribution today, we can make that $1 million gift a reality. Remember, every dollar raised here stays here at our Newton campus to benefit our hospital and our community. Yes, there's no need to imagine. It's real and it's happening now.
Thanks to money raised by the Newton Medical Center Foundation, a state-of-the-art MRI suite was brought in mid-February, bringing in $2 million worth of state-of-the-art equipment.
My job is a lot of quality assurance, scanning patients, ACR quality assurance, whatever comes to my way, I take care of.
Talk about what this MRI machine does.
We take high-resolution MRI pictures using radio frequency and a magnetic field. It actually manipulates hydrogen protons in your body. Your body gives a signal off and it's read by a receiver coil, and the system puts a picture together.
Why does a patient get an MRI? What's the purpose of it?
It could be anything from a stroke to a torn ligament, tendon, cartilage tears. We scan body parts, everything from head to toe, depending on the indication and what they're trying to rule out, what they're trying to look for.
What can you see in an MRI? You can see any kind of injury?
It's very good for soft tissue characteristics. It shows soft tissue very well, inflammation. It doesn't show bone quite as well as CAT scan, but if you were to look for inflammation in the bone, it's probably a little bit better in that scenario.
Can it show things like cancer and stuff like that?
Absolutely. I mean, we look at the liver, in the brain for metastatic disease, almost anywhere in the body where they would want to look for a tumor you could see with MRI. There's other modalities that you might want to use first, but MRI sometimes is added on to that scenario to further look at the extent of disease and maybe characterize a lesion or tumor better.
How important is it for Newton Medical Center to have this MRI machine?
It's very important. We no longer have to send people by ambulance to other MRI facilities in order to get the test done. So critically ill patients, patients that need ventilation, patients that can't travel by ambulance because it may be too dangerous for them to leave the hospital, can now come straight to the department and have their MRI done safely and right back to their unit when the MRI is done.
Okay, now they're running a capital campaign. How important is that to the hospital for your MRI department?
Well, the MRI department's very expensive to operate and run. We need all the help we can get, so any type of assistance in that nature would be good for this department to keep it running, keep our patients getting the quality care that they deserve and need.
The Newton Medical Center Foundation Capital Campaign has also helped with the construction of the state-of-the-art Conferencing and Technology Center that allows doctors, nurses, and staff to connect with the greatest minds around the world.
Atlantic Health has multiple sites, departments, service lines, and it's all intertwined into one big communication hub. We call it video conferencing. We use webinars, virtual classrooms. All these things are used to bridge the gap between all of the campuses. Newton has been outfitted with state-of-the-art video conferencing. We have 3 different conference rooms and an auditorium. Each one has the capabilities to broadcast events, grand rounds, educational events for CME credit, as well as just hosting meetings for any department that would need to come together for monthly type engagements. The network we use, we can talk to each other at any time seamlessly without any interruption. So meeting that, for instance, a neuro symposium that may only allow 100 participants, all of a sudden with 3 campuses intertwined, we can triple that number. And it just opens up so many possibilities to the different doctors, nurses, employees, residents. The community uses the centers as well. And it allows for just a more vast spread of all of our service lines, programs, and everything to reach out to everybody all over, from Morristown to Summit to Newton now. Perfect example, if there was a MedExec meeting going on here or a board meeting going on here at Newton, and we have each site has its own board in MedExec, we are able to bring all of those groups together at the same time, in real time, without them having to travel, make any trips. They can do it at their each prospective site, and they can hear. It's just like a normal conversation. They see each other, so you see all the participants at each side, and it's all in real time. So it's bringing everyone together without having to have them drive or travel to be together, and it's so much easier this way. The capabilities are just, and the possibilities are just endless. There's a telestroke initiative that was launched, which allows, Newton Medical Center is ranked very high nationally as far as stroke programs. And telestroke allows, if a patient comes in and it's 4 in the morning and the doctor isn't here, we can wheel in a video conferencing unit, and the doctor's right there next to the patient, can speak to the patient without even having to be in the hospital. That way, time is of the essence with stroke, so it's that much faster for them to be treated. That's one thing that's the video conferencing allows, and as well as just bringing so many different educational programs to Newton. It's more cost effective. We can have, for CME credits, the doctors and the residents can come and share in the auditorium, share the programs that are maybe broadcast from California or even from, Europe, and they're getting more. They're getting a broader variety of different programs that you would not normally be able to get if you couldn't afford to bring the speaker in, or the speaker wasn't available, or if we didn't have that type of program or speaker in the area. It just allows for so many possibilities.
The Newton Medical Center has a bright and healthy future, providing patient-focused care with top-notch doctors, nurses, and staff. The money raised with this capital campaign will continue to provide the most innovative facilities and equipment to our communities, our families, and our friends. Remember that every dollar raised here stays here at our Newton campus to benefit our hospital and our community. Just imagine a $1 million gift for reaching a $3 million goal. Well, there's no need to imagine. It is real, and it is happening right now.